Dr. Case, you're a doctor of philosophy in psychiatry. You have obtained your Master of Science in medical sciences, and you're one young world scholar. You are the definition of a lifelong learner. What's been amazing is that you are using that knowledge to impact human health. How did Matt play a role in pursuing your curiosity?
Being completely honest, it's not exactly the most exciting for me. But when I'm able to connect it to the curiosity of wanting to find the answer to a particular question or solve a problem in my field, that's where I find the utility and the excitement of statistics.
Did you know growing up, and statistics specifically, did you know that it would play such a role in your interests?
Yeah, I did not.
Are you able to give some examples of how you use statistics in your work?
So in one study that I conducted, we found that patients who had a lower speed of processing information and poor memory recall and verbal fluency and specific type of lesions in their brain tissue were more likely to have a neurological condition called cerebral amyloid angiopathy, as opposed to other neurological conditions like Alzheimer's disease or stroke. And so we were able to have that typology and diagnose them more accurately thanks to the statistics that we have available. And so that used just a very simple statistical analysis called a t-test to compare the cognitive symptoms between types of patients. And so finding solutions to those problems is not only saving a lot of money in healthcare expenditure, but it's also making life easier for patients and then also their families and communities. And
that's amazing because, I can show proof as to why they're learning this, t-tests and regression, all this stuff. But we had also talked about how you didn't realize how much statistics would be used in the social sciences, right? As opposed to, the hard, so-called harder sciences.
Statistics actually plays an even bigger role in the social sciences. And it's a lot more advanced and complex than my friends who deal with more basic sciences have to deal with at all. Dealing with more basic sciences like lab work or cellular biology, you're more often going to encounter very simple statistics like t-tests that might help to identify different types of cells maybe. Because in this setting, the scientists, they have a lot of control over what variables they have control over and like how the cells are cultured, for example. But as we move up in the complexity of the organisms that we're dealing with into, say, animal sciences, even here, we're still able to control a lot of like the animal's genetics, their environment in which they're raised, and even to a certain extent, their behaviors as well and their socialization. And so the statistics here are still fairly simple. But then the moment you move to areas like psychology or sociology or even public health, suddenly you're dealing with human systems that are far more complex and very difficult to control. We have statistics to help us better account for those variables that we're not able to control, like the environment that the person is in.
I don't know if students going through the school systems know if you're interested in psychology and if you're interested in sociology and all those subjects, that statistics play a big role in that. Thank you so much for your time, and I wish you continued success in your journey.